Hello everyone and welcome to Short Rest for session 18 here for Trials of VinTear. We had the most chaotic, this is the most chaotic party. The only one I can really stand side by side is you, Nick, who has also ran a party in a campaign. Why are they the most difficult to run? There's so many things you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's so many variables compared to like, here is a rectangular room and there's like 20 goblins, and you know, we all know how that's gonna go. Yeah, party is so complicated. That very well could have just been we hear their pitch and then we leave. Like,
yeah,
you know.
But I mean, the biggest thing is obviously we had Phoenix. I mean, I was actually surprised. I thought you were gonna stay there a lot longer to communicate with this monster, and you're just like, "What are you doing? Okay, bye."
Yeah, she was like, "I gotta go find my friends. I gotta go." I'm not dealing with this right now because the idea was to be quiet. So she was like, "Okay, that's not quiet."
When you did that, and then the moment was like, and then Diva was like, "I'm gonna go upstairs too," and I was like, oh, "Yay!" So many things. Also, I gotta give it to Arrow for really. There's some flaw in the thought process here, which is like, when they just grab more forward yard. So the fact that there's like some pushback against that's definitely like, what the hell is else? What else is going on here?
Yeah, sus. All of it. All of it. Doesn't trust a word that comes out of Yuka's mouth anymore anyway. So.
I was laughing so much because I was like, oh, they're not going to go into the panic room? Okay, well, just in case. And then Legati using that potion effectively, getting away, right after getting attacked by a dog.
Yeah,
A big dog.
that was a shame. Was not in fight mode. I don't have my fight spells up. I don't have my armor on or anything. So yeah, I'm not going to handle a dog face to face.
Legati versus dog wins.
It's a big dog.
Yeah, Legati has a new character
dog.
trait where he doesn't like dogs.
Did the curse transfer over, Steve? What do you mean, no?
He didn't kill the dog. He got his butt whooped by the dog.
He did the smart thing and walked away. Or, I should say, floated away.
I will break this curse one day. One day it'll be shed off my own mortal being and mortal coral and go somewhere else.
Doubt it.
Also, there's always a little bit of Rolly seeping through Morris of like, although you did get you did. The inside check was also low enough where this guy made a great deception check on you. So I guess it was in character.
Yeah, it was total. Look. You're gonna tell me that I'm gonna help Diva get up the tree, all right? Get onto the balcony, stay there because I have 0 stealth, and then have this monster come down. Literally 2 + 2. Diva, is that you? It has to be. Who else is it gonna be? You did fair.
There's also a thing about this crew that I'm noticing. It's a lot of, you guys do have, you're like, it almost feels like you're always on the right track. And you're trying to convince like a third party. And it always ends up with you yelling at them like, you're wrong! You're wrong! And it's like, no one's going to respond positively to that unless you have something to show.
One method. That's all we know. If they don't respond, that's their fault.
Yeah, like Phoenix in front yelling at Cooley going, you're working for an asshole. You're wrong. And she's like, I don't know you. You don't know me. It's like,
I think she's like silently livid about that. It's like, is that the reason why Obadiah never told her? Like, she doesn't know. She has no idea like why he never told her that's what he was a part of. Part of her thinks it was because teenage angst, because she'd run off and try and join the forward guard to not be where she is in life. But now she's like, were you embarrassed because they're a bunch of assholes? Like, and you left and you were done?
Cooley is one of the new additions to the forward guard, so hard to say on that front.
Yeah.
It's also perfect that I can say that regardless of whether we don't know them or not, truth is truth. Yeah. And like it or not, it will slap you across the face like a bag of bricks.
we never actually discussed this, and this is something that I know Nick brought up, but the idea of registering adventurers so that way if there's a problem, the crown can cover like the option of maybe resurrection, depending if like funds are available, or property damages or anything of the sort. The fact that we know that when we first met Morris, it was very much by the books. You know, the fact that you were like a lawyer's assistant and you were like keeping him on track, definitely with the code of law. How would Morris feel if you were like in that party and you were like, oh, there's an option to maybe like sign the Superhero Registration Act?
Honestly, my life has not been impacted by enough heroes that walk around destroying things like yours truly and the rest of this, unconventional gang here. Call them.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd be for it. Just on the sole fact of like, if you want your solution is to get more people, but you already have people and it's not enough. So you're going to get more people and then that's not going to be enough. So you're going to get more people and then that's not going to be enough. So you're going to get more people and then that's not and it's just going to be an endless cycle. So really, what does it do? And besides, you're also arguing that, heroes can be inherently bad. Well, I mean, heroes can also be inherently good, right? Not every single hero in history has been bad. I mean, like, let's look at popular comics. There's a Superman, there's a Dark Superman,
Yeah.
There's a system of checks and balances. Yeah, Mega Man, or like Batman.
No, ultimately, like I think the was it the Justice Lords or something along that lines? Like the evil Supermans.
I'm going with Batman. I'm locking that in.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm just a fanboy. Don't judge me.
But yeah, I mean, and then the last bit of details that we learned is that, yeah, your innkeeper is, I think everyone kind of already assumed it, but no one wanted to address it. It was like, yeah, the innkeeper is this plant creature who has their own problems, and offered that if you guys help him with his problem to try to locate this pop-up shop, to maybe break this curse or to help him out in some way, he'll offer his Bordeaux for your like headquarters. Again, they're like to what like Titan, you're saying like we just gotta fuck off this city. That's always an option. You can always just leave. There's other cities to join and other cities to hang out at. But if you do want to, like if you want to take down, you could. There is this opportunity to utilize his stay guarded as well.
Yeah, the guarded part is...
Yeah.
Like, or at least the alertness.
He is unfortunately tethered by the vine.
Bad. And there's also, like, we still have that quest from, Tavant? Tevin?
Tavant, yeah.
Tavant. To get the heart of that creature.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of, I kind of like that one because we still do have a lot of gold and she has like cool stuff.
I want her cool stuff.
yeah.
We could go talk to her, tell her everything that happened, bring her up to speed, and then go do that
and
thing.
You can report that you successfully hid in the arcane sheet. Yeah. Also, really quick, the beginning scene for Morris, I had to throw in a little bit of there, but she smelled your mother's blood on you.
I mean, it makes sense because, her blood courses through my veins.
And she definitely seemed a bit agitated at your bloodline with her kin, referring to sort of those fiendish types. So yeah, I just wanted to know what was going through your mind.
I mean, she stole 50 gold from me, so she's now on my shit list.
You did steal from her.
Borrowed.
Well, she's borrowing your 50 gold.
Okay. She didn't say, though. She just took it.
No,
Say it, say it either.
when he took it.
I can keep throwing it back at you, man. As far as I'm aware, we're squared. We're both borrowing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're scared of someone's bloodline because you've had problems with them across the ages, maybe finding a descendant with that same bloodline and just digging your claws into their organs and twisting them around. Probably not the best way to harbor peace, you know?
Is he curious? Like, because he said he never met them. Like, but does he want to know his parents? Is he curious about his bloodline?
I mean, he's always had that inherent curiosity about where he comes from. He was just abandoned at an early age and then forced to fend for himself until he, ran into his benefactor who took him in. So as far as Moors is concerned, his benefactor is kind of like, a parent figure because that's the only one he's ever known.
It's like a side curiosity, nothing really full blown. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe this could be the path to open up a little bit of, self-understanding and learning about where I come from and why. Well, I will say this, I guess. The fiend mentioning that there's an animosity between them does kind of make me curious, because if there's a fiend who hates my bloodline, then me pursuing fiends, maybe there's some connection there somehow that I'm not aware of that maybe I could explore more. Who knows?
Who knows? But she did say that, again, this is only if you're inclined to learn more. If you show the curiosity upon returning the heart of the beast that she's looking for, then she'd be open to share more details, because you did do a fairly well persuasive check of like, I don't know her. I'm not actually connected.
Well, I mean, it's not a lie. I don't know who my mother is.
No, absolutely. But there's that possibility of like you stumbling some words and she not believing you, and it could have got violent.
My organs say otherwise.
Well, the initial violence was because you stole from her, and she was like, "Don't ever do that again." And then she sniffed you after like pricking you and going, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, but you haven't heard the old adage, violence begets violence? You stick your claws in my organs, and then I'm gonna shove my hammer up where the sun don't shine.
Mm-hmm.
And twist that. No, they will.
But a lot, yeah. So for those who are watching the show Rest, a lot of things happened. A lot. So if you haven't, go ahead and watch the full thing. But until then, we'll check you guys next time. Bye.